Let's get into some things of the things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be that, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. You know I'm talking about y'all. Makes me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. What's up, tribe? Listen, happy Friday Eve. We are almost at Friday, and baby, it can't get here fast enough for me. It has been a crazy week, but I have a lot of things I got to do at work tomorrow before I can enjoy my weekend, but that's okay. The weekend is almost here. Let me say hi to the people, because baby, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. I know some of y'all are still over coming in from El Taddy's. I know he had a lot to go over. We were clowning over there because baby, the girls are fighting. And we're going to talk about it, but let's get into a few things over here. Tan and Green. Hey, boo. Grown woman, don't try me. Corray. Hey, Sierra. What's up, Nay? Lovely Nola Quake. What's going on? Miss Cookie Ray. Hey, Candy Loves TV. What's up, Chuck? Hey, boo. You back home? Glad. Safe travels. I'm glad you made it there safely. Glad mama had a good birthday. Hey, Morgan. What's up, Ronnie? Sontavia, half pin. I always want to say half pint, Lord. Hey, Alexis, powerful. Yes, honey, we about to get to that. I'm so glad the judge denied Daryl's petition and knew them texts was not real. Those do not look like the iPhone messages. Any updates on the young lady? No, no updates. Just, what I told you guys the other day. No updates. Hey, Rue, what's up, Felicia? Lovely Solar 2. Candace, Naisha. Hey, Symmetry. What's going on? Okay, is that it? If I didn't call your name, charge it to my head, not my heart. Hey, Room 91. Y'all come on in, Nubian. So listen, baby, we got a lot. We have a lot to talk about today. So let's get into the first, we're going to do the quick drops. We got some quick drops to get into. And then we have some big stories. Because honestly, I was just going to come down here and talk about DDG and Halle Bailey because, it wasn't really too much else going on. And then I said, well, no, I do want to talk about that. No, I do want to talk about that. And oops, that happened. And then, ooh, that happened. So, baby, we're just going to do it like that. And I am going to do some timestamps because I'm going to cut this thing up and just upload it rather than trying to do 5 and 6 different videos tonight. The reason I said they didn't look real, those messages say viewed, not read. No, I got you. They did look funny to me. They definitely look funky to me. But we're going to get into it. Tracy, glad Tracy is here. Shout out to Tracy. She got me. Last night I was at my meeting and she was texting me that I had the DDG documents. And if I hadn't gotten home so late last night, I would went live last night. But baby, I didn't get home until after 10:30. The bar is open and we have 12 rum punch, knockout gin and tonic, and a shut your mouth mojito. Baby. Listen, are you going to talk about Britt eating Ain't Real Housewives of Atlanta in the title, Nubian? Yes, honey, we're going to talk about it. Well, at least we're going to talk about what I know. Y'all might know more than I know, child. There's been so much stuff going on. I've been running left. I've been running right. I've been running here. I've been running there. Baby, it's so much stuff. But let's get into it. Let's start with the easy ones, the quick ones. Let me say this. And Tracy, Xavier, maybe, maybe not Don, maybe Don. I'm not sure. But one of my mods, if y'all remember which video this was, and I don't know if it was in a members only. If it was a members only, I will open it up. I don't know if it was a members only video or if it was a video I said down here. But I need y'all to get in the space machine, our time machine. I need y'all to go back about a year when I was giving y'all all the tea on the things going on with the Diddy. Okay? Y'all remember? Y'all remember the diddler, the diddler D of it all? And remember Ray J was spazzing out. Remember Ray J was losing it. He was spazzing out. And remember, what did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? It's okay, Nubian Boo. It's all good, baby. It is all good. Didn't I tell y'all that Ray J name was caught up in the rapture, and Ray J was freaking out because he was nervous and he was worried about if his name was going to come up, what was going to be said, and how it was going to be said. Did Ray J's name not come up in that testimony yesterday down to the diddler of it all, where allegedly he was supplying, the party favors? Didn't I tell y'all? Now, y'all was here. Quake says she remembers. Quake says she remembers. If y'all were here, put it in the chat. Y'all remember? I told y'all that Ray J was. Remember, I said Ray J is tweaking out for a reason. Remember, he was going live and he was crashing out, and then he was talking about not wanting to be here. And then he did that Club Shay Shay interview. And remember, I told y'all. Okay. Don't be surprised if you hear his name again. That's all I'm going to say about that. Don't be surprised if you hear his name again. Next, we are on Baby Bump Watch. We are on Baby Bump Watch. Now, last time we was on Baby Bump Watch, I was right. We was on Baby Bump Watch for the Rihanna of it all, and I was right. We are on Baby Bump Watch again. Who y'all think we on Baby Bump Watch for? The Jamal Bryant interview, right? Maybe it was the Jamal Bryant interview I'm thinking about, but yeah. Who y'all think? Thank you, El Teddy. Y'all done clowning over there, baby. The orange shirt video takes me out every time. Every time. We are on Baby Bump Watch for Sierra. Now, I'm just telling you what I was told. We are on Baby Bump Watch for Sierra. That'll be what? Baby number 4 for her? 5. Baby number 5. She's got 3 babies with Russell Simmons. And then, Lord, I said Russell Simmons. Lord have mercy. Not Russell Simmons' child. 3, Wilson with her husband. And then she's got the one with Future. So we are on Baby Bump Watch. Now, he done already put in the chat. He done already clowned her. About he ready to put another baby in her. He done already clowned her in the chat now. So anyway, we just on Baby Bump Watch. If it, one thing about, listen, I said the same thing about, I'm gonna say the same thing about this that I said about Rihanna. One thing about being pregnant, baby, either you are or you not. Like either she gonna have a baby, either in 9 months we gonna know, or 9 months we not. You know what I'm saying? Just it is what it is. Okay. Baby, Tom Girardi down to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. They said, sir, we don't care how old you are. We don't care how feeble you act. We don't care how, we don't care about none of the things. What's going on? What happened? What happened? What? I'll tell you what's the problem? What's wrong? Or are you just joking? Because all I see is a grown woman saying, hey, El Teddy and pupils. Did something happen that I'm missing? All right. I don't know. So yeah. No, I thought, okay, never mind. I thought when you said don't try me, I thought something happened. That's all. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I'm tripping. I got it now. Oh God. Never mind, El Teddy. Lord, y'all, I'm just charging to my head and not my heart. Charging to my head up my heart, child. Oh Lordy. I was like, look, I was like, is something wrong? Lord have mercy. Oh gosh, y'all, I'm tripping. I need a drink. I'm tripping. I need a drink. Lord have mercy. I was like, what happened? Did something happen in the chat? Woo, Lordy. Okay. Never mind. Don't worry about me. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. Oh, Lord. Oh, my gosh. I can't believe I did that. Okay. I did gift the memberships on June the 1st. When I went live on June the 1st. The person who asked that I give my memberships this month, I did. And matter of fact, I gifted some memberships and some other people gifted memberships. I think on June the 1st, we gifted about 15 memberships altogether. So yeah, definitely some memberships we gifted on the 1st of the month. Child, Chuck said, get it together, B. I did because I was like, hold up, what's going on in the chat? Never mind. See, that's what I get for being nosy. My mom's handle whatever needs to be handled. That's what I get for being nosy. If I hadn't been nosy, it wouldn't even been no issues. It wouldn't have been no issues. Okay. Moving right along. So Tom going to jail. Okay. Tom is going to jail. And the judge said that they don't care. I think he got something like 37 months. Now, here's the thing. In Fed time, they give it to you in months, and it don't sound that bad. You'd be like, 37 months? Oh, okay, 37 months. 37 months? Oh, okay. 37 months? Oh, 7.5 years. So how many months is that? So maybe I got my months wrong. Either way, I know it's longer than he probably got. That's not a nice thing to say. I know it's not a nice thing to say. But I don't know if he got 7.5 years in him. We're just going to call a thing a thing. The way he looking. But anyway, sir, you deserve it. You stole all them people money. You lived in the lap of luxury. Okay, then maybe I wasn't wrong with the months. Either way, 7.5 years, that's what he got. Fine. Baby, sir, you was living in the lap of luxury off of them people's money, off of those victims' money. So I really don't feel no kind of way about it. I don't have no sympathy for you. Okay, moving right along. That's it. That's all. Does lipstick expire? I think eventually it does, but I don't know. I think it takes a while though. I don't know. Also, in Real Housewives of Beverly Hills news, as if it wasn't bad enough that we lost Garcelle, at least for the people that like Garcelle. I like Garcelle. But the people that like Garcelle, if it isn't bad enough that we lost Garcelle, and for me, Bowles was a bust. Like, I'm not looking forward to another season of Bowles. Baby, why they say Teddy coming back? Now, look. Listen. Okay, they're saying technically, yes, it does. But not until there's mold on it. Ooh. Des Hobbs says, if you look on the back of the makeup product, it usually has a little lipstick tube that has a number on it that represents the number of months it lasts. Typically about 6 to 8 months, 18 months. I ain't gonna tell y'all no lies. I've had lipstick longer than 6 to 18 months, but clearly it's not recommended. Child, so listen. And far be it for me to speak ill of somebody that is dealing with cancer. But we didn't ask for this. Because one, that's gonna be her storyline. Her storyline is gonna be her divorce and her cancer. That's number one. That's gonna be the storyline. And again, I don't want to sound heartless because I don't want to sound like I don't have any sympathy for her, because I don't want to see anybody, go through something like that. But however, I just don't care. I just don't care. Because here's what I'm going to say. And y'all, go ahead and pop me on my hand before I even say this, because I'm telling you now. Go on, pop me on my hand. Go ahead and pop me on my hand, because I already know this is going to hit somebody wrong. All she going to say is the affair, she cheated on her husband, and the affair was a result of the cancer because it was in her brain, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's just how I feel about it. And I'm not trying to be mean. Once again, I'm not making light of cancer. I'm certainly not making light of brain cancer. But I just feel like the whole affair thing, because y'all notice how they ain't say nothing about her marriage or divorce or that messy ass affair she was having with her daughter's horse trainer. Nothing. We ain't heard nothing else about that ever since she came back out and told us about, because didn't she have another type of cancer a few years ago? Skin cancer or something? Cameron, she didn't say that. I'm saying I feel like that's where it's going. I feel like that's where it's going. She didn't say that. I won't put no words in her mouth, but I just feel like that's where it's going to go. I feel like that's where it's going to go. And I'm just not here for it. I'm not interested in another season of Kyle crying. I'm definitely not interested in another season. They lied to us and told us Erica got demoted. Come to find out she didn't. And did y'all hear where Bowles had the nerve last week to complain about producers? Ma'am, what? Ma'am, you got such a favorable edit, especially for your first season. You got such a favorable edit. How dare you complain about production? After the edit you got this year, now production gonna get you. Production gonna say, oh, so you had a problem with, okay, cool, no problem. Watch this. Talking about production wanted them to drag stuff out, didn't want them to resolve things quickly. Girl, it's a reality show. Of course they don't want y'all to wrap things up quickly. Like, of course they want y'all to drag it out. Especially since you didn't have a storyline, Bowles. You wanting to have a baby with your boyfriend that you won't even say you won't even tell you love. You won't even say I love you, but you want to have a baby by him, that you want to put your body through all of this stuff. The fact that you almost lost your own life in childbirth when you had your daughter, and then you've had a miscarriage. That was your storyline, Bo. So yeah, when you got into an argument with Sutton or with whoever the hell you argue with this year, and production didn't want you to wrap it up in one episode, of course not. Because nobody gave a damn about that storyline you were giving us. Moving right along. We got a couple of more quick drops before we get into this heavy stuff. So there's a Snowfall spinoff. I feel like I already knew about that. I feel like we already talked about that, but it came up again because I guess they've started casting, and I believe, let me make sure I'm not telling a lie. Hold on, let me make sure it's Snowfall and not another show. But I believe make sure I got the right. So in the Snowfall spinoff, it's going to be This Is Us actor Asante Black, All-American actor Peyton Alex Smith, and rapper Buddy. I don't even know who the hell that is, but he's somebody's rapper. They're going to be on the spinoff of Snowfall. for the pilot. It hasn't been picked up yet. It sounds like they're just shooting the pilot. So we'll see if that gets picked up. There's also a spinoff for there's another 911 spinoff. Lord, let me find it, child. Got all these screenshots in my phone from all the different things, child. Let me find it. Here it is right here. There's also a spinoff for 9/11. 911 is going to be 911 Nashville. As you guys know, there was the original 911, and then they had the 911 Lone Star, and now they have the 911 Nashville. And yes, Xavier, Jukebox, the character who plays Jukebox, Haley Kilgore, and Harlem's, is it Jawani Felice, is going to be in the cast. So the young lady that well, she's not a young lady. She's older than me. That plays, no, she's not older than me, Lord. I said she's older than me. She's not older than me. That plays Jukebox. She's going to be on that. So shouts out to the spinoff for 911 Nashville. You know, I had kind of stopped watching 911, and then after I found out what just happened this season, I definitely am not interested. But I'll probably watch this. I'll probably watch, because it'll be a new season, new characters, new storylines. So I'll probably check it out. What's up, House of Princess? Hey, what's up, boo? Okay, and last but not least of the shows of it all, Lena Waithe and Debbie Allen are developing Polly the Musical for Broadway. For those who do not know, I couldn't really get into Lone Star either. I watched it the first season, and when it came back, I was kind of like, eh. For those who do not know, Polly was a made-for-TV movie which starred Felicia Rashad and Keisha Knight Pulliam when she was like in the heyday of the Cosby Show. Debbie Allen did the choreography for the remake. Polly was a remake of Pollyanna, the movie Pollyanna, and then Polly was the black, remake of it. So Lena Waithe and Debbie Allen are working on a Broadway version where I'm sure Debbie Allen or one of her proteges will be doing the choreography for it. So I'm here for that. I mean, that's something that's in the works. It'll probably be like a year or so before that comes out, but I'm definitely here for it. I'm definitely here for it. Okay. Now, I told y'all that I reserve the right to change my mind on my channel. I reserve the right to change my mind on my channel. And I had told y'all that it was an absolute no for me. That I was absolutely not going to review that Next Generation show or the Bravo Kids. I told y'all I wasn't doing it. And I'm going to tell you part of the reason why I was reluctant to do it is because if you've been watching Bravo as long as I've been watching Bravo, I remember a lot of these kids when they were kids. Like, I remember Kim Zolciak's daughter when she was a kid. We remember Riley when she was a kid. Gia when she was a kid. And I didn't feel like doing a show where I was going to feel funny as this old lady talking about these kids, and then I felt like the stuff that they're going to probably be getting into, am I going to find it entertaining? Like I just remember, I felt like it was like a New York version of the Hollywood Kids show that they did that had Magic Johnson's son and daughter, and it had the rich girl, the rich Asian girl that ended up doing Bling Empire, and and I enjoyed it. But I wasn't reviewing shows back then. So I didn't think I would be interested in reviewing the show. However, I have not watched the full episode yet, but I have seen a few clips. And based on the clips, I got some shit to say. So I started watching the first episode last night, but I'll probably finish it today. So I'll probably do a review tomorrow. I have something to do when I get off work tomorrow. So if I don't get home too late from work tomorrow, I'm probably talk about it tomorrow. But based on the couple of clips that I have seen, baby, I got some shit to say. from what's the girl name? Is her name is not Ariana. Is it Ariana, Kim's daughter that's on here? From her talking about how Kim stole all her money. Baby, I'm here for that story. I am here to hear how her mama stole her money. She said she's been working since she was a kid. She talked about how she, did social media and how much money she was making on social media and how she did this and being on reality TV all those years. Baby, I said, this sounds like some old Honey Boo Boo shit where now she's an adult and all the money gone. Oh, I'm here for that story. And then that other white girl that was bragging about being a part. I guess she throws parties or something. And she was bragging about throwing all these different parties at different places. And the people were unimpressed. Gia and Riley was looking at her like, girl, we are unimpressed. Like, she was like, yeah, that was a very famous deli. You know, it was made famous in the movie When Harry Met Sally. And baby Riley was like, I've never seen that show. Baby, when Riley said, I've never seen that show, I was done. I was done. I said, girl, it's a movie. And then that girl that didn't wash her hands, baby, I was so here for Riley in that moment when Riley would not shake that girl's hand. Baby, I was here for it. And then Brooks is going to be talking about his relationship with his mom. So I was like, I feel like I'm still not committing to the whole season. But I'm damn sure going to have something to say about this first episode. So we're going to talk about it. I don't want to say everything I want to say now because I feel like I'm going to be repeating myself. But we'll talk about it. So yeah, we got that. All right, y'all. So that's those are the little quick drops. Let's get into some of this meat and potatoes of what we want to talk about. Hold on a second. Let me talk, child. Me and this air conditioner. My problem is it's warmer upstairs than it is on this floor. So the air conditioning keeps coming back on, but I'm not hot right now. Hold on. I usually turn it down during the day and then I turn it up when I go to bed because I know upstairs is a little bit warmer. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, it started this Wednesday. Maybe review it like Beyond the Gates every few episodes. I don't know. It's just going to depend on if I have something to say. Because if it starts getting too silly and it starts getting like what I thought it was going to be, then I'll probably be like, all right, y'all, I'll give it a little something. But I just didn't think I would enjoy it at all. And it looks like this first episode, I'm here. Close the vents downstairs. Oh, okay. Okay, I never thought about that. Now I gotta figure out how to close my vents. But thank you. I don't even know how to close my vents. But thank you. Okay. Let's get into this other stuff now, child. Okay, so before we get into politics, before we get into other stuff, I do want to say this. Y'all, I want y'all to do me a favor. I want y'all to look into Rock County, New York. Is it Rock? Hold on. Let me make sure I got the right one for y'all.
Today we're on.
I want to say I think it's Rock County or Rockland County. If she was on Housewives and Tardy for the Party, she was working. Yeah, she was on Tardy for the Party. Absolutely, she was on Tardy for the Party. It's on Bravo. No, it's on Bravo. It came on Bravo because I didn't even go to Peacock. It's on Bravo. It comes on Bravo too. Okay, there's a lawsuit up there where they are suing to do a Rockland County. Thank you, Ronnie. Where they are suing to do a hand count from the election returns. Now, this is something that we the people, we're saying needed to happen back during the election. And so it'll be very interesting because the numbers there just don't add up. Like the whole county of Rockland did not register not one vote for Kamala Harris. The whole county. Not one person in the whole county voted for Kamala Harris. But the Democrat won, I think, the Congress seat or something like that. So you mean to tell me that the same people that voted Democrat for Congress vote Republican for president? That's just not how people vote. And certainly not the whole county. So they haven't won yet, but they're really, really, really close to that lawsuit winning and them being able to do a hand count of the ballots from last year's election. That should be interesting. So y'all keep your eye on Rockland County, New York. Y'all keep your eye on it. Okay. Baby, they both admitted that, listen, we're going to get to Xavier. We're going to get to Xavier. But we're going to get to the girls fighting, child. Y'all know we're not going to get up off of here without talking about the girls fighting. Y'all know we're going to talk about that. But let's get into it. Since I already opened up my TikTok, let's get into the Brian McKnight of it all. We talked about Brian McKnight earlier this week with his son passing, and I had some things to say, but at that point in time, Brian McKnight had not responded. So now I want to read you guys what Brian McKnight had to say. You gonna go live about the princess? Oh, okay, boo. One of y'all drop princess link in the chat for me, please. So I'm gonna read y'all this article. This is coming out of People magazine as it relates to Brian McKnight, his son, and what he had to say and what his family's response was. Well, first of all, before I read the article, I want y'all to hear, and this is how I found out about it. When I went into TikTok earlier this week, I want to say maybe it was Monday when it first happened. Or whenever it first happened, I found out about it through Brian McKnight's brother. So I'm gonna let y'all hear the TikTok that Brian McKnight's brother posted the day that Nico passed away. That's Brian McKnight's son.
I said to myself, I wasn't going to post about this. And as the day wore on, I realized that how could I not post about this? This morning, I found out that my nephew, Nico McKnight, passed away. He'd been bravely battling cancer for the last 2 years or so. And I have a lot of feelings right now. I'm not going off a script or anything like that. I'm just going to be raw with how I'm feeling. Nico was one of those amazing kids who was quirky and curious and ridiculously talented. Amazing singer, an amazing guitar player, had a great eye, was a photographer. And just one of those kids that, at least in my estimation, was somebody you always wanted to be around. And so it really sucks that he's no longer with us. And I will also say, probably one of the reasons why I wasn't going to post about it is I post a lot of things, but I don't post a lot of really, really serious subject things, or certainly family things. And I wanted to post this about Nico, about his legacy, about how amazing he is, and not about what some of you may have heard about, the family drama that has existed for quite some time in our family. I'm not here to discuss that or to talk about how that happened or why it happened. This is not the time or the place, but what I will say is, in any situation, there's always at least three sides to a story. There's my side, your side, and the truth. And the truth, a lot of times, is somewhere in between. So here's the thing. I don't know exactly what was going on there. I know what I've seen. I know what I've heard from all parties involved. And I try not to judge. I just try to be as loving to each person as I can be, because apparently there's so much hurt going on, or was so much hurt going on, and a lot of things didn't get resolved. And again, I want to go back to Nico. I know that kid had a lot inside, a lot eating at him for a long, long, long time. I may have contributed to what happened with him. What I do know is he's out of pain now. And so I can rejoice in the fact that he no longer has to go through the chemo and the radiation and everything else. But I just want to uplift that young man and say we will see him again one day. I love you, Nico. Uncle Claude.
Now, personally, I can't speak for anybody because when people have loss in their family, everybody feels how they feel, right? So I personally don't feel like what he said was rude or disrespectful or anything like that. But I certainly can't tell anybody else how to feel, right? Hey, what's up, Tamara? Thank you for being a member for 51 months. Okay. No, Chuck, I think there are three sides to every story. That doesn't mean that every side is right. There's right and there's wrong, but there are three sides to every story. Because to be fair, before Brian McKnight said the things he said and it went as far as it went, when Brian McKnight first came down here and talked about why he was no longer speaking to his kids, some of the stuff that he said, I was like, oh, well, it sound like the kids was tripping a little bit. Now, do I think that it warranted to the extent where things ended up? I mean, from the outside looking in, no. But I don't think that the kids were all right. Just like I don't think that, you know what I mean? I think there are three sides to every story. But I mean, there is right and there's wrong. But when you're dealing with people and you're dealing with their emotions, you know, things happen. But anyway, let me read this article with Brian McKnight. So this is coming out of People Magazine, okay? Brian McKnight has broken his silence following the death of his estranged son, Nico. On Tuesday, June the 3rd, the R&B singer shared a lengthy Instagram reel featuring a voiceover slamming his family members following the death of his son, whom he shared with his ex-wife, Julie McKnight, 2 years after a cancer diagnosis at the age of 32. A big thanks to Claude McKnight's tasteless and self-aggrandizing announcement on TikTok that frankly was not his to make. In my opinion, he inserted himself and used Nico's death as an opportunity instead of letting him pass with respect and dignity. Brian began, it has instead turned into a circus, a mockery of a life now lost, making this tragedy into a reality show type drama. He then revealed that he and his family flew home to Maui and had a private memorial for Nico, remembering all the good times while everything was unfolding. The last time he and I spoke, we offered him all the help we could provide. We had the number one oncologist on deck for him and a team of specialists on standby with private care in our home. He and his mother declined. The door of communication was open and remained open until his death. To the self-proclaimed Mama Bear, may God have mercy on your soul for not allowing him to accept that help and not allowing him to use that line of communication. Brian said that he found great comfort in knowing God knows the truth and the totality of the whole story. He then shared his gratitude for the immense peace God has given me. Now, I'm going to keep reading. My wife, our children, and I are eternally thankful to the Almighty God that the suffering has come to an end and grateful for all of your condolences. Thanks to those of you who have known the truth from the beginning and haven't let untruths, half-truths, or slander prejudice your opinion. And alongside of the caption, there was sand on the beach and the spelling. There was an image of sand on the beach with a Hennessy bottle and the spelling out of his son's name, Nico. Now, Claude has not responded to People Magazine for a request for comment, and he probably won't. I feel like he probably won't. Julie McKnight, though, had some things to say. Julie McKnight, Brian McKnight's ex-wife and Nico's mother, refutes Brian's version of events in a statement about the recent public discourse on Wednesday, June the 4th. This is what Julie had to say. I feel it necessary to address some truths with clarity and respect. Long before my son's diagnosis, Brian McKnight made the decision to sever ties with my sons and me. That was done publicly through interviews, blogs, and numerous posts around social media platforms. She adds that Brian allegedly remains absent during Nico's cancer battle. His verbal abuse toward myself and my sons is something we endured quietly for years, even as my son bravely faced the most challenging time of his life. Offers of help when they came were conditional and never denied. He chose to remain uninvolved, having no contact during the years Nico was in treatment. She claims that at no point was Brian asked to distance himself. That decision was his alone. We choose to remember Nico with honor, dignity, and the joy he deeply deserves, she says. People reached out for Brian for more comment, and that was not returned. So let me say this. Brian. Hey. Brian McKnight. Brian McKnight, sir. We remember. Like, I had the energy tonight because we have so many other stories to get to. But baby, if I just do a quick Google search, sir, we remember you coming down to this good Al Gore internet and telling the people that you didn't have no other children other than the children you had with your current wife. We remember you totally disregarding the fact that you already have a son named McKnight Jr. and you was gonna do either you did or you was gonna name your current child Brian McKnight Jr. all over again. Like, sir, you told us. We didn't guess. You told us that you were you wasn't claiming your kids no more. You told us. Sir, we didn't guess. We didn't make it up. That wasn't slander. Sir, you said, hold on. Brian McKnight is in a cult and is mentally unstable. What cult he in? I didn't know that. That's the first time hearing about him being in a cult. Let me see if I just do a quick Google search. Brian McKnight disowns son. Let me just see what pops up if I just type that. Let me see what pops up. The first thing that popped up says he publicly disowned his kids. It's the first thing that pops up. Sir, you did that. We didn't make it up. We didn't make it up, Brian. He said they were born of sin. Yeah, but I didn't know anything about him being in a cult. Now that's something new. Okay. Not the coochie cult, Fran. Get to the corner. Get to the corner. Child. People rewrite history to make themselves feel better. Like I think it probably is very hard for him to accept the fact that he did what he did, especially in light of his son being sick and him maybe not being as active. And I think people tell themselves what they need to tell themselves to mentally get through it. You know what I'm saying? Child, that's what I was told. I was told we were all born in sin, child. That's what I was told. But okay. All right, y'all. Let's get into this next story, honey. Where y'all want to go next? I guess we'll talk about Russell Simmons. Child, Russell Simmons is suing HBO. Let's get into it. Russell Simmons is suing HBO because they did a documentary. Let's read the article. I ain't reading that. I'm not going to read the lawsuit, child. We're just going to get into this article. This is coming from Variety magazine, June the 4th. It says, Russell Simmons is suing HBO and the filmmakers behind On the Record, a documentary for $20 million, alleging they defamed him and ignored evidence that supported his version of events. The documentary by Amy Ziering and Kirby Dick centered on SA and misconduct allegations against the hip-hop mogul from numerous women. It was distributed by HBO Max in 2020. Simmons' lawyer, Imran Asari, filed the summons in court in Manhattan on Tuesday, alleging the filmmakers disregard and or suppressed the information provided by Simmons' representatives. Despite the volumes of support for Mr. Simmons in the form of credible information, persuasive evidence, witness statements, and calls for further investigation by notable members of the media, politics, and the civil rights movement, the defendants simply disregarded it and released and continue to re-release. They keep releasing it globally. A film that tremendously disparaged and damaged Mr. Simmons with salacious and defamatory accusations that he vehemently denies. In response, HBO parent company Warner Brothers Discovery denied the allegations. They said the following: "We dispute Mr. Simmons' allegations, stand by the filmmakers in their process, and will vigorously defend ourselves against these unfounded allegations." The statute of limitations for defamation actions in New York is 1 year from the date of the first publication. To prevail, Simmons will have to show that HBO is liable for more recent republication in international markets. The film debuted at the Sundance Film Festival in January 2020 and was intentionally intended for Apple TV as part of Oprah Winfrey's deal with the streamer. Oh, this is the documentary that Oprah was like, I ain't in that. However, Oprah Winfrey withdrew from the project and the film ended up at HBO Max. According to the filing, Simmons' representatives lobbied HBO leaders at the time, including Casey Bloys and Warner Media CEO John Stankley, to no avail. Defendants were requested to review this evidence and information by multiple luminaries in media and politics, including but not limited to civil rights leaders and members of Congress and other high-profile Black leaders and board members within the defendants' corporation itself. The filing seeks immediate removal of the documentary from HBO's platforms, as well as at least $20 million in damages. Simmons has faced several misconduct lawsuits, including some of those who appeared in the documentary. In November of 2023, he reached a confidential settlement with Sil La Abrams, who was among those interviewed, for $1.2 million. And all more than 20 women have accused him of SA. Russell, hey, Mr. Simmons, sir, you might have want to let this one go. So wait a minute. So you settled with the one of the women who was actually in the lawsuit for $1.2 million. And I'm sure that there's a confidentiality clause and she can't get into the ins and outs. And I know that he did not admit any liability or he did not admit any guilt in a settlement. We know that. We've been doing this enough. We understand the legalese of it all. But now I didn't go to nobody's law school. Okay. Y'all know I got speaking of which, I'm gonna show y'all something I found on the TikTok shop that I'm gonna order. But y'all know I didn't go to nobody's law school. You know, I got my law degree from Law and Order University by way of Matlock College. However, I feel like you settling with one of the women that was in the documentary for over $1 million, and there being 20 other women that accused you. I mean, that don't mean that you're guilty. I mean, by no stretch am I saying that means that you're guilty. Xavier, I don't know the rules of a documentary. But are they obligated? If I'm making a documentary, am I obligated? Like, for example, I've watched, as a history buff, I've watched a lot of documentaries. And some documentaries are better than others, right? And some documentaries are biased. And some documentaries are try to get both sides of the story. But is there any obligation? If I'm making a documentary, am I obligated? Like, I've seen documentaries on the Black Panthers. Am I obligated to interview the FBI? To say, did y'all really, shoot up the Black Panther headquarters? Like, am I obligated to talk to the FBI? So were the filmmakers obligated to talk to him? Were they obligated to present his side of the story? I don't think there is one. Okay, there's no obligation, but it is ethically, apparently, to reach out for comment. Got it. Journalistic integrity. Got it. But I tell you what, I bet you they did reach out to him. See, I don't know this to be a fact. This is my opinion. I don't know this to be a fact. But I bet you they reached out to him for him to do an interview. And I feel like he refused to do the interview, but he wanted them to speak to other people. That's what it sounds like to me. Like, oh, well, this person was willing to say something and this person was willing to say something. But I doubt that they didn't reach out to him and wanted him to speak. I doubt it very seriously. They may have, because I don't know these people. I don't know these people. They may have, but I feel like they probably did. I mean, that's just what I'm saying. How I feel. I don't know. But let me say this too. And Xavier said this a minute ago, and I was going to bring up this other point. You're not going to show up for court? Russell, you just going to let your attorneys? Like, let's say, because I'm going to be honest, if I'm HBO, I'm going to let this thing roll and see if he show up for court. Like, don't he have to do like, doesn't he have to be deposed and all that stuff? Sir, are you allowed to come back in the country? Russell, hey, are you allowed to come back? Didn't Russell tell us he wasn't never coming back to the United States? Did he say he ain't never coming back? The third thing is, Russell, that documentary was made 5 years ago. We got a whole trial going on with Diddy. Ain't nobody thinking about you. Nobody is thinking about that documentary that was made 5 years ago. And I understand that you're saying they're re-releasing it throughout the world. But again, I say nobody cares. So they already know what you've been accused of. Like, you literally had process servers fly to Bali and serve you. Like, sir, they know where you are. Russell, just stop it. Can we do that? Can we just stop it, please? Let's get into a little bit of Real Housewives of Atlanta drama. Listen, so the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion was filmed today, and let's look at the seating chart. Let's look at the seating chart. So that's the seating chart. Anybody see something wrong with this seating chart? First of all, I don't feel like Portia and Shamia should have first chair. I really feel like Drew should have first chair with one of them. I don't care which one, but I honestly feel like Drew is supposed to have first chair. Second of all, Phaedra is supposed to be at the end of that couch. Phaedra is supposed to be, how the hell did Phaedra get in front of Cynthia? Like, girl, ain't nowhere in the world Phaedra is supposed to be in front of Cynthia. Number 3. Girl, where's Britt? Allegedly, child, they said that Britt Eady did not show up to the reunion. Baby, they said she was a no-show. Ooh. They said she was a no. Damn it. I dropped my top to my water. Baby, they said she was a no-show down to the reunion. The more and more this season plays out, the madder and madder I get at Kenya for this situation. The madder and madder I get at Kenya for this situation. Because, girl, had you just hit her with a little light, just a little light, Britt would have been a one and done. And now that she didn't show up to the reunion, I believe she's still one and done, because y'all already know how Andy feel about that. Y'all know how Andy feel about his reunions. She said those pictures that Kenya showed wasn't even her. What? Hold on. Oh, Donna. Thank you, boo. Donna already sent it to me. Thank you, boo. Baby. Britt's. So this is coming from Britt's Instagram. As everyone is now aware, I'm not attending the reunion. This was my decision. The events of this season have devastated me. And while I cannot say much right now, I do want to set the record straight about one thing. The graphic photos surrounding the events in episode 5, that photo was not me. As the episode makes clear, I did not see the photo at the time. Rather, I was made aware of the photo being presented at the event, and based on what I was told, assumed that it was somehow a photo of me, which is why I reacted in the way that I did. I do not know who that was in that photo, but upon seeing it for the first time recently, I now know it was not me. I'm about to hold on. Y'all know what I'm about to do. Hold on. It says, I look forward to seeking accountability and moving past this dark part of my life. Baby, thank you, Don. Oh, no. I'm about to send this. Hold on. Baby, if my eye in the sky is listening, you already know I'm about to reach out to you right now. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Y'all remind me to check my phone and see if anybody has responded to my message. I just sent a message. Let me say something. I don't believe none of what that just said. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't believe her. And I'm going to tell you why I don't believe her. I refuse. Now, somebody going to have to tell me different. But I refuse to believe that the situation went as far as it went on a picture that was not her. I refuse to believe that. Now, it could be true, but I don't believe that. First of all, ain't nowhere in the world you're going to sit here and tell me that y'all went through all of this and you never even looked at the damn picture. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. That's number one. That's number one. I don't believe that this, second of all, I know that Bravo did an investigation. Ain't no way in the world they did an investigation and she never looked at the picture. I don't believe that. I just don't believe she never looked at the damn picture. I don't believe it. Third of all, she shot an entire 3 or 4 scenes about those pictures, which means that you've been lying the whole time. You shot a scene with Kelly. You shot a scene with Drew. You shot a scene with all of the ladies. Like, girl. And from what I was told, yes, Quake, from what I was told, she threatened a lawsuit. And I believe what I was told. Because everything else I was told, you know. I believe what I was told. Now, I know other content creators who knew people who were in that room. Yeah, I don't believe that. I don't believe it. I believe that this is her way of trying to save face about not going to the reunion, but I don't believe that. I do not believe that. Bravo didn't do an investigation. At least I don't believe that. I believe Bravo did. I do. Let me explain. And this is my opinion. I mean, everybody feel the way they feel, and that's fine. Kenya was too big of an asset for them to lose without them doing their due diligence. Y'all know, like I know, Bravo bends over backwards to keep talent that's making them money, black, white, or indifferent. Black, white, or indifferent. If they making you money and it's green, baby, Bravo is going to bend over backwards if you making them money. Kenya Moore makes them money. Kenya Moore was a huge loss to this season. I just don't believe that Bravo fired her if they felt like they had any way around it. And something as simple as looking at the freaking picture, nah. Mm-mm. 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 I don't believe it, y'all. Now, it might come out to be true, but I don't believe it. Y'all remind me to check my phone. If my honest guys listening, they'll send me a message. If they're listening or if they get the message, they'll respond and I'll let you know if I can say what I need to say. Okay, hold on. They sent me a voice note. Hold on. Okay. All right. I'm going to say this and then we're going to move on. I need y'all to hear me. For the people who have been following this story from the beginning, I told y'all all along that there were pictures and then there were videos. Pictures, videos. Remember I told y'all that before? Pictures, videos. Remember, I've always said there was more than one situation. So I'm going to say this and I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at this. Somebody's playing word games. So if there are pictures and there are videos and she's saying, oh, the pictures aren't real, but something is. Let me just say this and then we're moving on. Bravo. Kenya did not show a video, but Kenya did not show a video, but there were pictures and then there were pictures from videos. So with that being said, girl, Ming Lee said she had a video. Moving right along. Child, this thing is a mess. That's all I got to say about that. This is a mess. Candy says she saw a video. I didn't hear Candy say that, but she probably did. I mean, I shouldn't say she probably did. She may have. I just didn't hear it. Okay. The Halle Berry and DDG of it all. Do y'all yesterday listen. Yesterday Halle Bailey, Halle Bailey and DDG. We know that about 2 weeks ago, Halle, because I always want to say Halle Berry, but it's Halle Bailey. I always want to say that. I always want to say Halle Berry. DDG came down. He went into court and he filed. He wanted to try to stop Halle from being able to go overseas with their son to film. Remember, that was one of the things that she asked in a restraining order, that she be able to go over to Italy because she was filming. She had to work, and she was asking. She was asking for that permission. So DDG came down on yesterday, and he filed his own paperwork. So we're going to look at a little bit. I'm not going to read through every single line of it, but let's look at this paperwork. Let's look at it. Wait a minute, where'd it go? Hold on. I swear I'll be mad when I can't find stuff. And let's read through it. Cause sir. I'm gonna scroll down because again, I don't want to show any personal information, even though it's all over the internet, but it won't be, you won't say you saw it here first. You won't say you saw it here first. Let me see if I can share my screen. Hey, Brandon Brown. Hey, y'all. It's 287 of y'all in the chat. If you could please hit the like button. If you're new here, please subscribe. And all of the things are the things are the things. Let me see. Oh, Lord. Okay, hold on, y'all. It's a PDF. So let me get to the PDF. because it was a zip file and I had to download the whole zip file, child. Again, I'm not showing all of it. Lord have mercy. Okay. Let's get it pulled up. Child, where'd it go? Sorry, y'all. It was right here and now it's not pulling up. Give me a second. I just had it. Let me see. He and his brother said he had all right. Is this it right here? Can y'all see? I'm trying to open up the PDF. Can y'all see it? Oh, this thing is so slow. I just had this thing open. Why is it taking so long to open up? All right. Oh, there it is. Okay, I was about to say it's taking forever to open up. But can y'all see it on the screen though? That's the question. I don't know if y'all can see it on the screen or not. Let me scroll down. I just want to read y'all. And again, it's all in the paper, so you guys know what he said. But he was asking for a temporary emergency order. He wanted to stop her. Not yet. Y'all can't see it. All right. Well, I just can't get it to come up. I'll just read it. Read what you guys read it for you guys to see. Why is this thing taking so long? All right, here we go. Let me scroll down. So he filed an emergency restraint. He wanted to get an emergency injunction to stop her from being able to go overseas. And when he filed the paperwork, we're just going to read his declaration of what he said went down. So his, of course, she told her side. So now he's telling his side. He also attached pictures and text messages that allegedly came from her. He's saying that she is not mentally able. He's saying that she's not mentally fit and that he worries about her safety with their child. So let me read you guys what he put into the court. And again, I'm not going to read this whole thing, child. I'm going to read y'all the beginning of what he said. He said that he's worried about self-harm. I'm just going to read y'all the part about the self-harm, physical violence and outbursts. Of course, he's accusing her of being physically violent like she accused him. The self-harm of it all. Petitioner routinely used emotional coercion and manipulation to exert her control over me, often threatening me by using self-harm or ending her life. The earliest account of this I have documented was March of 2022. We were in Atlanta and an argument ensued between us. I left Petitioner as I did not want to continue to engage in a fight with her. Upon leaving, Petitioner repeatedly called me. When I didn't answer her calls, she then proceeded to text me. Attached here are copies of the text. And we'll look at some of those text messages. In these messages, petitioner is threatening to end the relationship if I do not answer her calls. When I respond, informing her I just want to be left alone, she threatened me, claiming she had a knife. On several occasions, petitioner had threatened to unalive herself, especially when I tried to end the relationship or leave her residence. On or about August of 2023, during a particularly volatile argument, petitioner became enraged and threatened to end her life by using my legally owned firearm without my consent. She took the weapon and left the house. George ultimately located petitioner outside in possession of the firearm. He safely retrieved the weapon from her. Following this, petitioner proceeded to run upstairs and locked herself in the master bedroom closet, where she remained lying on the floor in an emotionally unstable state. This incident was one of several in which petitioner's actions posed a serious threat to her own safety and the safety of our son by creating an environment of emotional distress. On March the 21st of 2024, petitioner sent messages threatening to unalive herself and made statements that suggested she might harm our son. She then attempted to drive while in emotional distress with our child in the car. Given threats to self-harm, I believe the petitioner is a threat to our son's safety, such that she should not be allowed to take Halo out of the country to Italy for a period of 2 months. I am filing the ex parte application seeking to preclude petitioner's international travel. Then it talked about petitioner's coercive control over my access to Halo. Petitioner repeatedly refused to allow me to see Halo when I was not in a romantic relationship with her. If I created content with other women or posted something online, she would block me and withhold access. She often used our son as leverage to control me emotionally or punish me. Petitioner frequently blocked me on all platforms after breakups and would only communicate through my mother. This became a constant pattern, with her toggling between affectionate behavior and extreme hostility, depending on whether I was physically or emotionally available to her. My mother was often involved in facilitating safe custody exchanges due to petitioner's unpredictability and refusal to communicate directly. She has witnessed petitioner attempting to take Halo from my arms and deny my parental rights, including an incident at petitioner's West Hollywood apartment where her sister, godmother, and my father were present. As I was holding Halo in my arms in an attempt to visit our son, petitioner began to hit me in an effort to get me to stop from taking Halo for the limited amount of time she had already agreed for me to have with him in my care and custody. Petitioner's escalating behavior poses an immediate threat to my safety and emotional well-being, and more importantly, the stability and safety of our son. And then, he declared that. So he also posted these images of these text messages. Now listen. I don't know. I don't know where these were printed from. Can y'all see this? I don't know if y'all can see my screen. So y'all can see these text messages. I don't know. I can't say that they're fake, right? I have no way of saying whether this is a fake or real text message. But what I can say is they look funny. There has been a ruling. We're going to get to that. They look funny. I'm not saying that they're real or they're fake, but they look funny. That's all I'm going to say about that. Because I don't know how they're printed out. Because it says Daryl's iPhone and then something is redacted. And then for Halle, it says Halle and then the second part is redacted. And the messages are she's talking about pick up the phone. If you don't pick up the phone, I'm going to unalive myself. Why won't you call me? I can't believe you cheated on me. I'm going to be honest and tell you guys that I don't feel like these text messages make him look good. And if he was attempting to show that she's unstable, like mentally unstable, the text messages, and then he showed where he had injuries, his hand was cut, which he's saying came from a fight with her. First of all, he posted 5 pictures of the same finger. I mean, I ain't saying that she ain't do it, but it's the same incident, sir. But when I was scrolling through the text messages, I didn't see any text messages newer than 2023. Now, and I want to make sure I want to scroll all the way to the bottom. So oh no, here's 2024. I'm sorry. Here's 2024. The newest text messages are March of 2024. Let me make sure. I'm not going to read through all these text messages. I'm just not going to do it. Y'all can't see it. I'm sorry. I don't know how to put it on the screen. But these were all on TikTok and everything. Looks like the newest text messages I have are August of 2024. August of 2024. August of 2024. These are from May of 2024. Then he has a declaration. I'm assuming this is from his mother, Tanya Granby. I guess that's his mother. And then George Charleston, I believe that must be his brother, I guess. So this is what they submitted to the court. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know how to put it on the screen. I apologize. I don't know. I probably should have uploaded it into StreamYard, but I thought I could just share my screen the way I normally share my screen. Okay, can y'all see me? All right. So then I know I can pull this one up. So Halle responded. So here was Halle's response. I know I can pull Halle's up because this was a zip drive because of all of the different exhibits and all of that stuff. But let's read through Halle's response. And yes, there was a decision. I'm going to tell you guys what the decision was in a minute. Now I know I can share this. Okay. What's up, JB Boo? Who hasn't come down to the internet and said anything? Who? Yeah, I probably should have uploaded it before into StreamYard, but I normally can just do it the way I did it. All right, I know y'all can see this. Okay. Let me make sure. All right. So let us read through this. DDG. Oh, child, yeah. All right. So here's Halle's declaration in response to what he said. So here it is. I am the petitioner and the respondent. I have personal knowledge of the facts I state below, and if I were to be called as a witness, I submit this declaration, yada, yada, yada. Okay. I'm requesting that the court deny Daryl's request. Instead, I requested the court grant me permission to take our son out of the country to perform my employment duties. I also request orders to stop Daryl personally, that he instruct his family and friends to stop posting about our son, this litigation, and me on all platforms discussed below. I want to point out that Daryl has requested an order blocking me from traveling with our son for my scheduled work next month, and he waited until June the 4th to ask for custody orders, although he and his attorneys have ignored all of my attorney's efforts for him to have monitored visits with our son since the issuance of the temporary restraining order on May the 13th of 2025. Daryl has exaggerated, lied, and misconstrued for the court not only the history of our relationship, but our parenting and my mental health. There is no doubt that I was emotionally devastated in 2022 and 2023 by his behavior and ongoing abuse. I have been very vocal about my anxiety, depression, and previous thoughts of unaliving myself. Without waiving the psychotherapist patient privilege and physician patient privilege, I have reached out to my doctor and received treatment to address these issues. I have been and remain 100% available and capable as a parent to our son, Halo. Had Daryl really been concerned about my parenting, he would have taken action prior to this time. He has never sought custody orders or any order protecting Halo until today, the day that my DVRO was set. Most of Daryl's alleged incidents took place in 2022 and 2023. It is now June of 2025, but Daryl makes no specific allegations about any incidents since his own claims about an incident that took place back in January of 2025, which I addressed in my DVRO. Yet Daryl did not seek any orders for protection or custody until now, nearly 5 months later. In his declaration, Daryl has also failed to explain why he waited until now to ask for DV or custody if he genuinely had any concerns about me as a person or me as a parent. This is cold retribution to embarrass, humiliate, and cause me additional emotional distress. Daryl has repeatedly threatened to file something to cause me additional harm. His papers are nothing more than ongoing abuse. I will address the truth and his allegations further if the court sets his request for a hearing. I am contractually obligated to be in Italy to film a movie. I have been and remain Halo's caretaker. Halo cannot be left in Daryl's care and or his mother's care. I do not pose a threat to my son or myself. These allegations will be disproved at the time of the hearing. As the court may recall, on May the 13th of 2025, I was granted a TRO. I asked that the court also grant an order to stop Daryl from continuing to harass me online. His online presence and his means of financial support, and he has continued to use this to cause me distress and harm. Daryl is a professional YouTuber and Twitch blogger and rapper. Whenever he wishes to cause upset to get clicks, he starts bad-mouthing me to his several million fans. Since the orders were made, this online behavior has only escalated, and I have continued to receive threats. Few examples of these angry, aggressive threats are attached, and so she has exhibits as well. She says, our son is not a public figure, and for his safety or well-being. Now, I disagree with that. Y'all have made your son a public figure, but that's not neither here nor there. Just recently, Daryl posted a video of Halo in a public park with my babysitter while I was in New Jersey working, claiming I'm a bad parent for working. This means that someone was watching our whereabouts and following Halo and my nanny in a park, and that's attached as well. So you were stalking them in the park? Daryl even posted about learning about the court orders issued live on social media the day after the orders were made, but he refused to accept service until June the 3rd. I will bring the video that Daryl posted of himself to court. He has been out of state, and his representatives have not accepted service until today. Now, I want to say this. Now, listen, I don't come down here a lot and be like, I told you. But somebody tried to get in my comments when we talked about this the last time and say, he already had those papers. There's no way that he didn't know. And I was like, there is a way that he hadn't been served. Like, there's a way that he couldn't have been served. But anyway, I digress. Daryl has used the last 3 weeks since the orders were made to only increase his online campaign against me. He live streams 24/7. In addition, I have received threats from his friends and family. This has caused me a tremendous emotional distress. During this time, I have tried through my attorney to arrange monitor visits with our son. I asked the court for this order in hopes that he would accept some visits. He has ignored my attempts. I've also tried to set up settlement conference, but he has ignored my attempts. Instead, Daryl waited until the day before the hearing to make up claims against me. On Saturday, May 31st, Daryl and his brother were recorded on TikTok being involved in a fist fight with another man. Daryl plans to be in Houston, Hawaii, Atlanta, and Paris, streaming 24/7 during the month of June, according to his own online post. When he has custody in the past, he has left Halo with his mother. I'm again requesting a restraining order, and then I declare. And then she has her, she has her exhibits as well. And that's she got 40-something pages of exhibits. I ain't going through all of that. But you guys get the point of what happened yesterday. So today, a judge denied DDG's request. Halle is cleared to take the baby to Italy for her to work. And let me say this. I understand that we live in a different world where people think it's appropriate to put all their personal business online. But you have to be a dirty, low down, no good individual to put that woman's darkest moments on the internet for your own personal fodder. In my opinion, you have proved to me, I can't speak for y'all, but in my opinion, you have proved everything that woman said about you. That you are manipulative, that you are abusive, that you are narcissistic. Because what made you think, even if those text messages are real, I don't know. I don't have no forensic equipment. They do look funny. But I ain't gonna say that they're not real because I don't know. But the fact that you came down here and you posted those text messages, what did you think we were gonna say? And I'm not talking about your fans, DDG. I'm not talking about the people who already are going to defend you and already are in your corner. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about regular people like me who really don't know either one of y'all like that. And I really ain't vested in this story like that. What did you think that was going to prove to us about this woman? She was probably postpartum. And on top of being postpartum, dealing with a no good like you that's literally cheating on her, not helping her, allegedly abusing her, berating her. She's out here trying to work to earn a living to take care of the child, and you won't even do your part as a father. Unless it's for clicks and views, unless you can stream with your child, unless you can take pictures and post them on the gram and make yourself look like you this great husband. Great boyfriend, great daddy. I believe she was probably postpartum. And also, let's not all and this is where some of us, and when I say us, I don't mean the 300 of y'all that's in the chat and me. I mean in general. This is where us as the internet society have to take some part in that as well, because the amount of criticism that we put on that child, and I say child because she's younger than me, she's a child. I didn't like the fact that she lied about being pregnant, but I definitely understood why she did it. I'm gonna say that again for the people in the back. I didn't like the fact that she lied, but I understood why she did it. Don't nobody put in my comments, but she got a right to, she has every right to tell us what the hell she want to tell us. That doesn't mean I have to like it. And what I said was I didn't like it. So I don't want nobody getting in my comments talking about, so she ain't got to tell you nothing. You right. But I don't have to like it. Now, because she looked us dead in our face and told us she didn't have no baby. Multiple times. She looked us dead in our face and said that she didn't have no baby. Now, but I understand why she did it. Because people judged her. Remember the controversy with Funky Dineva, what he called her ugly or called her sister ugly or whatever that he said that was just unnecessary. You're already going through a lot. You're dealing with the public scrutiny. You're dealing with people judging your decisions. I'm sure everybody was in her ear telling her this is stupid. Why are you having a baby right now? Remember, Lauryn Hill wrote a whole song about it when she got pregnant with her son. Cardi B talked about it when she got pregnant with her daughter, and the pressure of them saying, "Oh my gosh, you're just at the beginning of your career. Why would you do this? Why would you do this to yourself?" So you got to take all that into consideration, and then you add on that you got this stressful ass relationship with the father of the child. And we ain't even gonna talk about them Disney fans that was making all sorts of death threats against that woman just because she played a fucking mermaid. Like, we ain't even gonna talk about that. Anyway, I'm glad that the judge realized, and to be honest, it was a Hail Mary anyway. Like the fact that you waited until the last minute. The fact that you waited to the last minute to come to court and then you thought you was really doing your big one by dropping all of these text messages and receipts and all this stuff, sir, like she said, if you was really this concerned about my mental health, the time to do all of this was 2 years ago. Like, hello. Two years ago. Now, let's have a little fun. Let's have a little fun, y'all. We've been talking about this heavy stuff. Let's have a little fun, okay? Y'all, let's head on over and let's talk about the girls are fighting. Okay, the girls are fighting. Now, listen. This stuff is moving so fast. I know I don't even have all of it. But let's get to this article. I found this article on this Trump Elon Musk situation, and they are doing live updates. So let me see what the last update was. Let me refresh my page. And we're going to read through this article I found down to the New York Times that said they are doing live updates. Because, baby, the way these two are down to social media fighting, if it wasn't so serious, it'd be funny as hell. That's still funny as hell, but it is definitely at 8:20. So let's read through. Baby, let's read this thing. Let me share my screen. Santavia said I was postpartum with my second child, and baby, not Trump, Isha, and Elonia fighting, child. Let me share my screen, and we're going to read through this article because, baby, we are here. Listen, we're going to read through this article, and then I have something fun for us to do. For those of you who have been watching my community wall, y'all know what, y'all, we've been doing it on my community wall all week, but we're going to do it in the chat. We may not do, I have 5 days. We may not do all 5 because of time. But we'll do at least one. We'll do at least one before we get out of here. All right, let me share this screen, child, because baby, this thing is a whole mess. This thing is a whole mess. But let's share my screen. Now, since I've been live, I don't even know what the updates are, but they said this was last updated at 8:20, and it's 8:26. So let's read through it. Taken to their respective social media platforms, Trump threatened to cut Musk's government contracts, while Musk said Trump would not have won the election without him. So let's start here. It says the unlikely alliance between Trump and Musk breaks down in rapid and public fashion. It was always the most unlikely of alliances. Last year, the two billionaires formed a partnership and vowed to drive the country in a new direction. Donald Trump had the political power. Elon Musk had the money and social media might. Let me see. They're talking about SpaceX. Let me get, because SpaceX comes up. SpaceX in 2006, a small little known company named Space Exploration Technologies Corporation won a NASA contract to ferry cargo and supplies to the International Space Station. At the moment, SpaceX had not yet launched anything to orbit and would not succeed until 2 years later. We'll keep scrolling down, child. We want to get to these tweets. The spectacular blow-up on Thursday between Donald Trump and Elon Musk was ripped apart a shaky alliance. Okay. The meltdown gets messy. Okay. Child, I'm just reading through this thing. Elon Musk has posted nearly 80 times on X today, with the vast majority of those focused on his fight with Donald Trump. Only a dozen posts focused on his companies, while his post caused chaos in Congress and sent the stock of automaker Tesla into a slump. It's been a relatively slow day for Musk. He often posts hundreds of times a day. Wow. Okay. Musk suggests that Trump is in the so-called Epstein files. Let me see. Elon Musk wrote, time to drop a really big bomb. Mr. Trump is in the Epstein files. That is why they have not been made public. The truth will come out, he says. Baby, now Steve Bannon want Elon Musk to be deported. Steve Bannon said they should initiate a formal investigation of his immigration status. But I am of the strong belief that he is an illegal alien. And he should be deported from the country immediately. In response to President Trump's threat to cut off federal contracts, Elon Musk said on social media that SpaceX will begin decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft immediately. If SpaceX were really to decommission its Dragon spacecraft, presumably the company would still bring back the one currently docked at the International Space Station and not strand the 4 astronauts it took into orbit. But without Dragon, NASA would find itself in an immediate bind because it does not have other readily available alternatives to carry astronauts, food, or supplies to the space station. Elon Musk shut down Donald Trump's Twitter account. Trump said he's going to cancel his contracts. Y'all, this thing is ugly. And y'all know I'm not on Twitter, so that's why I don't have the tweets. But, child, Elon Musk said that Trump's tariffs will cause a recession in the second half of the year. So this is what's been going on. For those of y'all who have not been keeping up, child, this is what's been going on. So let me say this. This all started, well, it didn't all start. But from my understanding, y'all know that Donald Trump had Doge and Elon Musk was over Doge. Well, Doge was only commissioned for 120 days. And from my understanding, at the end of that 120 days, Donald Trump was basically like, okay, bye-bye. And Elon Musk wanted to stay. Now, it's been rumored for weeks that Elon Musk had overstayed his welcome, that Trump was tired of him. And so Trump extending Elon Musk's stay was probably not going to happen. Well, as a result, allegedly, of Elon Musk feeling some kind of way, Tuesday, he tweeted out that this spending bill that the Republicans passed was a terrible spending bill. It was a terrible spending bill, and that any Republican who voted for it should be ashamed of themselves. So Trump did not immediately respond. So when Trump did finally respond, Trump was like, I don't know what Elon Musk is talking about. Like, he knew about the bill. He was, in the room. He knew what was in the bill. He's just mad because we took out the electric car credit. Now, put a pin in that. Under Biden, and I can't say it started with Biden, but I know it was under Biden, there was an electric car tax credit. If you bought an electric vehicle, you got like a $5,000 tax credit on your taxes, which is why part of the reason why a lot of people were buying more electric vehicles, which was the reason, which was the purpose of them doing that. And a lot of people were buying Teslas. So what Trump is saying is, he's just mad that we took that out of the spending bill and people are not going to be buying these electric cars. Now, here's what we know about both of these men. Both of these men have egos and they are narcissists, right? Neither one of them can deal with any level of criticism. So I knew it was only a matter of time before Trump was going to respond to Elon Musk. Baby, Elon Musk has insinuated that Trump was in the he didn't insinuate. He came right out and said that Trump was in the Epstein files. He has insinuated that Trump wouldn't have won the election without him. Hint, 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 hint. He done suspended Trump off of Twitter. How the president got suspended off of Twitter? Baby, he done got suspended off of Twitter. Y'all, this thing is so good to me. He done got suspended off of Twitter. And in response, Donald Trump said, well, maybe we should just cancel all your government contracts. Elon Musk said, I do you want better? I ain't got to wait for you to cancel my contracts. So I go ahead and decommission my SpaceX vehicles right now, which is what I just read, y'all. So now we might end up leaving some astronauts stranded and out of space. Okay? Okay? Because the two of them are trying to see who's you know what is bigger. Okay? Right, again. But between me and you, between me, you, and that wall over there, I honestly think Elon Musk holds the cards. I honestly think between Elon Musk and Donald Trump, and I understand that Trump is the president of the United States, but between me and you and me, I honestly believe Elon Musk has the ace of spades. Oh, have you seen the latest? Oh, this is deja vu, y'all. I dreamt about this. Have you seen the latest one with Trump saying instead of going to Mars, how about he sends something to Africa? Yeah, seriously. Who knew that we would ever live to see the day that a white person will be hit with, go back to Africa? Usually that's what they hit us with, right? Who knew? Who knew? Who knew that a white person was going to be hit with, go back to Africa? Y'all, I'm sorry. I know that might not be funny to y'all, but baby, that thing took me out just now. Oh my God, that thing took y'all. I might go, listen, I might start a new Twitter account just so I can keep up on it, y'all. I'm sorry. I might have to get back on Twitter. Because, baby, first of all, we already know that Donald Trump be up in the wee hours of the morning tweeting any damn way. And then we already know that Elon Musk be tweeting. They said the man be tweeting 100 times a day. Y'all, I might need to go get my Twitter account back. Woo! I think this might be a good reason for me to get back on Twitter. I ain't lying. This might be a good reason for me to get back on Twitter, y'all. Because this thing right here. Oh, God. My God. I probably can find an account on Blue Sky of somebody that's retweeting it on Blue Sky. If I follow the right account, I could probably find it on Blue Sky, y'all. Real talk, though. I probably can't find it on Real Sky. Oh, my God. Oh, gosh. Oh, somebody just said, did y'all, hold on, wait a minute. Somebody just sent me something on Threads. Hold on. They might have sent it to me on Threads. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see, child. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I just saw your message, Marnie. Thank you, boo. Thank you, my love. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Andrea. I know this is Andrea, I believe. Elon Musk or mediocre Musk. Elon Musk or mediocre Musk is constantly high on ketamine. Oh, now you know he's a drug addict. Oh, now you know. Oh, okay. Making promises he can't keep, not to be trusted. He wants to go to Mars. How about you go back to Africa? Hold on, y'all. Somebody send me, baby, this thing right here. This it right here. This is the meme right here. That's the meme right there. That's the meme. Oh my God. Hold on. Somebody sent me something else. Give me a second. Oh Lord, it says, hold on. Elon Musk considers going nuclear and potentially even funding Democrats. Child. Don't y'all take his money. Don't y'all take that man's money. Hold on. Oh, that's something else. Somebody just sent me. Okay, I thought somebody sent me another thread. That's something else. Okay. Y'all, I'm going to find me a thread. Somebody find me a blue sky. No, y'all don't need to find it. I'll find it. If I put in the right hashtag, child, I'll find it. I will find it. I will find it. Hold on. I will go find it. If nothing else, I follow Aaron. What's that baby's name? Aaron Paramas. I follow him on Twitter. He go live every time it's something new. Matter of fact, let me go over to the Twitter. Give me a second. Let me go over to the Twitter. I'm about to go over to his Twitter page right now. AARON. There he go right there. Piranhas. Baby, let me see his last couple of tweets, honey. Because, baby, this thing, because y'all know he going to give us the update. Hold on. Let me see this one. Let me see this one. Baby, he was out jogging today. And he said, hold on, I had to stop jogging and come and bring this to y'all. Look, he was jogging today.
Right now, Elon Musk just said that Donald Trump is in the Epstein files, and that's why they haven't been released to the public yet. This feud is getting crazy. In a new tweet, Elon Musk writes, "Time
baby,
to
he was jogging.
Huge breaking news right now. Elon Musk is now saying that SpaceX will begin decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft immediately in response to Donald Trump's announcement that he would consider canceling Elon's government contracts. Elon Musk also responded to a tweet saying that Donald Trump should be impeached, saying, quote, "Yes, this is getting worse and worse between Elon." We have breaking news right now. Donald Trump's former senior advisor, Steve Bannon, says he will be advising Donald Trump to conduct investigations into Elon Musk and to deport.
Baby, that baby ain't even took a shower yet. He still got on the clothes he had on when he was out jogging. That baby ain't even had a chance to take a shower yet.
Right now, Republicans are turning against Donald Trump on his own Truth Social platform after Elon Musk said that Trump was in the Epstein files. These are comments from Trump's Truth Social post. "We love you, POTUS, but we love Elon as well. We're a team. Stop the infighting. Not a good look, Trump. Why are you picking a fight with one of your best allies? So stupid. Oh man, don't jump all over Elon. What is wrong with you?" Here's everything you need to know about the Elon Musk-Donald Trump breakup in under 90 seconds. The morning began with, we have breaking news right now. Elon Musk is... Folks, we have some big news right now. I'm here with Senator Cory Booker. Folks, holy shit.
Okay. R&D says this is definitely a distraction. While we are being entertained by this, something else is going down. Listen. Let me say this. In this current government and this current state of affairs, there's always something going down. Do I think this is real? I absolutely believe this is real. I do not believe this is fake. I absolutely believe this is real. And I believe before it's over with, I think that Elon Musk, now he might come down off of this high that he's on and regret it. He might come down off of his high that he's on and regret it. But I believe he means exactly what he's saying right now. Now, this may be enough to open the door for some other things. Because, see, listen, I have been telling y'all from the beginning, and I know we all have a different point of view on this, at this political climate and what had to happen. But I have been telling y'all for a while now. I've been telling my students, we've had these conversations. I've been telling y'all, I've been telling my students, this situation, I told y'all before, I felt like this was going to end in another Watergate. I felt like all we needed was about 5 Republicans to turn and mean it. Not just turn for a soundbite, but to really turn and hold the Trump administration accountable. And I felt like it was going to end in another Watergate because the corruption is all around us. It's just going to take some Republicans with some balls. Some Republicans with some balls. And this may be enough of a crack in the foundation for some people who already want to jump ship, but were scared to jump ship. They were scared of being primary. They were scared of whatever, dirt that Trump might have had on them. This may be enough of a crack. Now, the reality is we have to see how long it lasts. Because again, if Musk passes out and wakes up off of his high and he comes down and kisses the ring tomorrow, then it just was a 24 hours of entertainment, right? But if Elon Musk really truly does something that he can't take back or he can't pull back, and that's just my opinion. I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow. I'm not saying, listen, Watergate, I think we look back on history and history gives us such a snapshot of what happened. Watergate took 2 years. The world knew that Richard Nixon was involved in Watergate. But because the Republican Party, his party, would not turn on him, there was really nothing that could happen. They had hearings and they had investigations and independent counsel. They went through all of the steps. But it wasn't until, and even when they found out that Richard Nixon had audio, that he recorded every single meeting that came through the Oval Office, and Congress was like, well, hell, just give us the tapes then. If you're innocent and you've got audio recordings of every single meeting you've ever had in the Oval Office, just give us the damn tapes and we can prove it. And Richard Nixon would not turn those tapes over. It went all the way to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court had to say, get him them damn tapes. It took 2 years, even in the midst of the American public, the Republican Party, knowing that this man was lying. So it's real easy to be like, oh, well, what's the big deal? And why can't this happen? And why can't that happen? It doesn't happen. It's not overnight, you guys. It's not overnight. And it's going to take time. But I think that's the road that we're on now. I'm not saying that this is the beginning of it. I'll tell y'all in a couple of days. Like I said, I need him to come up off that high. And I need him to see if he's going to kiss the ring and kiss and make up, or if he really going to feel how he feel. But this might be enough of a crack. But I really think that's how this administration ends. I think this administration ends with scandal, indictments, resignations, and somebody going to jail. Now, it ain't gonna be Trump. Then don't even get yourselves excited. I don't want y'all to. Trump ain't going to jail. He's just not. He's not going to jail. Some of his minions might go to jail. Some of the people that signed the paperwork, but he's not going to jail. And probably some of his top lieutenants are not going to go to jail. Just like with Richard Nixon, he negotiated for himself and for some of the people he wanted to negotiate for. Now, some people had to take the fall. Some people had to go to jail. Now, they got a little tap. They got a little light, but some people did go to jail. Okay. That's true. Nixon was in his second term when Watergate happened. Right. Watergate happened during his first term. So, yeah, again, we look back on history sometimes and I think we think it was ABCD and it wasn't really ABCD. But anyway, last but not least, before we get out of here, I already, yeah, that's a good one. I watched Gaslit. Gaslit is and I actually was going to review Gaslit. I think I might even did the first episode, or I know I took notes. But baby, it's so much going on in Gaslit. It's so many moving parts, but it is a really, really good. If you have not watched Gaslit, y'all go watch it. I think it came on HBO. Check it out. With Julia Roberts, Martha Mitchell, who is a real person. Who y'all go watch it. It was good. It was good. You're right. That is a good one. Before we get out of here, we're going to play a little game. We're going to do this for the whole month of June. Today, we only have time to do one, but we may double it up on other days. As you guys know, June is Black Music Month. And I have been posting these on my community wall and on my Instagram. I get them from a website called Music Sermon. Every day, they post a different question for Black Music Month that you guys can answer. If you follow them on Instagram, you can... And thank you for the super. I think somebody sent me a super chat. Big Ant, thank you for the super chat. You think Britt Edie was a plant? I don't think she was a plant. I don't think she was a plant. I think she lied on her resume, though. I definitely think she lied on her resume. But I don't think she was a plant. And I'm sorry it took me so long to get to that super chat. I was running my mouth. But let's do this. I don't know if this is the right order or not, but let's do this together, you guys. Put the answer in the chat. I'm going to give everybody we're going to do this for a few minutes. Oh, Lord, this is day 5. Let me go back to day 1. That's day 4. Okay, forget it. Let's go back to day 5. We out of order. We just do them out of order. I'll delete them as I load them up so I know which ones out. So every day, if y'all follow him you can follow him on Instagram. It's called Music Sermon. MUSICSERMON. You follow him on Instagram. So everyone is a different day of the week. I think he does one during Christmas season too. But definitely for the month of June, he does one. So today is June the 5th. We'll do the 5th day. This song puts you onto a regional sound. So I'm gonna let y'all put it in the chat. I'm gonna tell y'all the one I posted on Instagram. I wish I could play it, but of course y'all know I can't play it. Yeah, E40's Tiny Desk was so good. Of course I can't play it because can you please do a trivia game like you did for Christmas with the Living Single podcast? That's interesting. David, that's interesting. I might come with some questions. That's interesting. I'm gonna tell y'all my answer. So growing up in DC, y'all know I grew up on go-go, hip hop, R&B. So it wasn't until college that I really heard house music. So for me, the song that I posted was Follow Me, which is a house song. And again, I wish I could play it, but y'all know I can't play the music. But y'all know, follow me, follow me, follow me. That song right there, that song was like my first dose of house music. Because even though Baltimore is right down the road, like I keep trying to explain to y'all, DC and Baltimore, we did not fool with each other growing up. They was down there. We were up here. They had house music down there. We had go-go music up here. Okay? And honestly, that was my first introduction into house music. All right, I see some of y'all. Hold on, let me see. Let me go back. It Ain't My Fault by Mystical. Oh, I used to love that song too. Brighter Days. Oh, yes. DJ Jimmy. DJ Jimmy was another one. Oh, my goodness. DJ Jimmy was another one. I didn't hear DJ Jimmy until college either. And that was my introduction into like Houston. Wasn't that like Houston, Louisiana, like that part of the South? That was my first introduction to that kind of music. Yes. That was one of the 3 most popular songs in the Paradise Garage in New York. Ciao. Baby, the people got me together about DC and Baltimore. Who got you together? Yes. I forgot about DJ Jimmy. Bounce music. Yes. I didn't learn about bounce music until I learned about Big Frida. And that was, baby, I was grown when I learned about Big Frida. Grown. But DJ, Where Them Hoes, wasn't it like Where Them Hoes at? Hold on. Now you got me thinking about DJ Jimmy. I feel like this, every time we ask this question, it's going to do this, y'all. Make me go down memory lane. Hold on. DJ Jimmy. Hold on. Let me mute it because I want to hear the song first and make sure this is the song I'm thinking about. Yep, that's it. That's the one. That's the song, DJ Jimmy. That's it. That's it. We are not the same. Yes, Baltimore, DC, and especially when I was growing up, baby, we ain't fool with Baltimore, and Baltimore didn't fool with us. Baby, no ma'am. We ain't go to Baltimore for. Baby, we ain't go to Baltimore. We did not go to Baltimore. All right, I'm gonna do one more before I get off of here. I'm gonna do one more. This next one is day. Okay, this was day 2. What song is basically a Negro spiritual? I put on Instagram, I put Deborah Cox, Nobody's Supposed to Be Here. Because baby, you put that song on and everybody gonna sing like it's their first heartbreak. Fantasia, when I see them, what's it called? When I See You, baby, that's another one. You put on Fantasia, When I See You, baby, it's a whole moment. It's a whole moment. Before I Let Go, definitely. Call Tyrone, that's an anthem. Back that, yes, princess. Back that ass up. Yeah, you put the as soon as the beat drop on Back That Ass Up, that's a whole nother. Can We Talk, Kim? Yes, that's a good one. Lean on Me, Always and Forever. Oh, y'all are doing some good one. Blow the Whistle, yes. Love by Keisha Cole. Yes. These are some good ones. See this. I need to do this on TikTok one night when I can play music. Got to give it up. Yes, got to give it up. We Are One. Yes, we are one. Yeah, I might need to do this one night on TikTok when I can play music, honey. Because, baby, now y'all got me thinking about all these different songs. Child. Stevie Wonder's happy. Yes. Whenever there's a black birthday party, there's gonna be Stevie Wonder. Ain't nobody fooling with the traditional. Fire and Desire. Can We Talk? Weak in the Knee. Kaya, My Neck and My Back. Even though we was giving her the blues last week, ain't nobody gonna say that she ain't got a bop. She got a legendary bop. For the South, Trigger Man. Ooh, I gotta look up Trigger Man. Love Over Me by Monica. Ooh. Ain't no stopping us now. Yes. We found so many things that held us down. Hey, yes. Bad Boy Having a Party. You better say it again. Through With Love. I have never heard that song before, Xavier. See, they're going to Beehive coming in here. Don't nobody know that song but y'all. Don't nobody know that song but the Beehive. Through With Love. I have never heard that song before. Nobody has heard that song but the Beehive. See, now you're going to get the Beehive on me. But ain't nobody heard that song but y'all. Who? What? Michelle's Bridge, It Takes Me to Church. I promise you I've never heard that song before. What's the name of the song again? Let me see if I've heard it before. Maybe I just don't know the name of it. What'd you say the name of the song was again? Y'all keep saying it's the Destiny Fulfilled album. I don't own a Destiny's Child album. The Kissing Game. Where them fans at for 15 years? Wipe Me Down. Wipe Me Down is one. Even though I'm with Boosie, you can't say nothing about Wipe Me Down. Through With Love. Okay, hold on. Hold on, y'all. Somebody says, seriously, are you saying seriously about me saying I don't own a desk? I don't. When I tell y'all I'm not a fan, I'm not a fan. I don't own nothing. Now, do I have some singles? Yeah. But I don't own a whole album of nothing. Destiny's Child, Beyonce, Kelly, Michelle, none of them. Now I might have some of their songs. I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. Say I don't have none of their songs, but an album? Nah, I ain't got that. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I've heard this song before. Yeah, I've never heard that song before in my life. Okay, moving right along. Party up. Okay. Yeah. Anything from Wait and Exhale and Soulful Sound. Yeah, the Wait and Exhale soundtrack. We've had that whole conversation before about soundtracks. The Wait and Exhale soundtrack was definitely a bop. Soulful was all right, but it wasn't. And to me, it's not on the same level, but it was all right. Car Wash album. Yep. It's a damn flying here. Computer. Yes. UKG. Let me see it. I don't know that. I know who Underground Kings are, but I don't know. Let me see it. I might need to listen to that too. Cater to You. Now I know Cater to You. I do know Cater to You. Irreplaceable. I saw Kim say Irreplaceable. I know Irreplaceable. Y'all are cut. Okay, y'all are dropping some good ones in this chat though. Okay. Weak. All right, y'all. It's 9 o'clock. I've been here for over 2 hours. International Players Anthem is definitely a good one. But I'm about to get up off of here. Like I said, tomorrow I have something to do after work. Depending on what time I get home, we may do Generation Next. I think I'm going to watch it now. Also, y'all know this weekend we have the Beyond the Gates. Sunday, we have Never Ever Meets with Shade in the City. Of course, Shake That Monkey. Them rolls are going to shake that monkey. Of course, Sunday night we have the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And whatever I can get in between. I'm going to get you guys episode 2 of Living Single and the Living Single podcast. I'll get you guys that at some point this weekend probably. I feel like I'm missing something. Don't forget, next week we start Divorced Sisters next week and the Real Housewives of Miami. So, and Divorced Sisters is on BET Plus. I thought I had BET Plus. Let me see if I got BET Plus because I thought I had it. Now, let me tell y'all something. If I gotta pay for it, I ain't paying for it. So if I don't already have BET Plus, then we might be short. Cause it is still Tyler Perry. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. Let me see if I can find it somewhere for free.